Now I will explain plunger type of web filler. This web filler comes under the category of side sweep type of web filler. Let us see the construction of this web filler. This is the filler blade which is spring loaded. So this spring is in compressed state and it always tries to push this filler blade in this direction. This filler blade is carried on a lever which is fulcrum over here. Now this lever is facing force of a spring, light spring. This is a light spring. This spring always tries to expand and tries to push this lever in this direction. So if this is the fulcrum and this spring is trying to push it in this direction, this lever will always try to turn in this direction. That is clockwise, looking into the animation. But this lever is not able to move in clockwise direction because this lever is acted upon by a force in this direction, that is opposite direction, by a strong spring, that is this one, mounted on this element that is known as plunger. This plunger carries an extension of Z shape. So this extends here. So this spring tries to push this Z shape extension in this direction, whereas light spring tries to push it in this direction. But because this spring is stronger, it is dominant and it does not allow this lever to move in clockwise direction. Now we see the case of a full punch. Now sleigh is coming towards front center. The filler blade comes in contact with the weft on the punch. Now at the same time, this is the shuttle wall, that is front shuttle wall. This black color thing is the shuttle box front wall. So shuttle box front wall is pushing this plunger. Now as the plunger is pushed, this Z-shaped extension is also moved down and constraint on this lever to turn in clockwise direction is removed. Now this light spring can push this lever in this direction and turn this lever in clockwise direction. But this is not happening because the tip of the filler blade is already in contact with the web. So this tip is locked in the coils of web. So this cannot sweep sideways even though this spring is trying to push here and try to turn this in clockwise direction. Thus, in this filler, the filler is given tendency to sweep sideways by action of a light spring, but this spring is not allowed to act because of the stronger spring, and this stronger spring force is removed after the filler blade comes in contact with the weft on the purl. So right now there is presence of weft and so filler is not able to sweep sideways. So the choice that is left to this filler is that it is pushed straight back as it is happening now. So you can see the working. I will run the animation. So the filler blade is pushed straight back. Repeating again, the loom moves towards front center. Filler comes in contact with the weft coils on the pun. Plunger is being pushed by the front wall of the shuttle box. Constraint on this end of the lever is removed. So now this spring will try to act and try to turn the lever in clockwise direction. But because the filler blade is locked in the coils of weft, it is not able to sweep sideways. In that case, this filler blade is simply pressed back. Thus, when purn is full, the filler is pushed straight back. Let me run the animation again. Now let us take the case of an empty purn. So loom is coming towards front center. So filler comes in contact with the purn that is empty except bunch portion. Bunch is not shown here, but bunch has to be there. So the plunger is pushed. The constraint here is removed, and now the light spring is acting on this lever, and because of that the filler is sweeping sideways because its tip is not locked in the coils of weft. Now let me run the animation. Thus, when the weft is exhausted, the filler sweeps sideways. This is the connecting rod. This connecting rod actuates the mechanism further to bring about cob change or shuttle change, depending upon on which loom it is used.